All right, let's talk about one of those jobs that can be just a total pain. Ever tried to install a long piece of tongue and groove all by yourself? You know that frustrating dance of balancing the board, the mail gun, and yourself up on a ladder? Well, today, we're going to look at a simple little tool that promises to turn that two-person struggle into a one-person victory.
You know the feeling, right? You're up there, you're trying to hang this long, unwieldy board. You get one end lined up perfectly, but the other end is just sagging, threatening to fall at any second. All you're thinking is, man, I wish I had a third hand. We have all been there.
It's this constant juggle between the board, the nailer, and just keeping your own balance, all while hoping you get a tight professional fit. It's not just inefficient, it's a recipe for sloppy work, and honestly, it can be a little risky. But what if it didn't have to be that way?
So, we've laid out the problem, which, let's be honest, we all know too well. Now, let's meet the surprisingly simple solution.
And here it is. This is the T&G Installation Helper. I know, it might not look like much, but for anyone who's ever worked solo with tongue and groove, this little device is an absolute game changer.
So what is it exactly? Well, think of it as your temporary assistant. It holds one end of the board securely in place for you so you can focus on what matters, getting a perfect, professional-grade fastening every single time. Seriously, no more wrestling with long boards. Okay, so how does this simple piece of plastic make such a huge difference? Well, the genius is really in its simplicity. Let's break down how it works. It's literally as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, you just fasten the helper to your rafter or joist. Second, you take your board and rest the groove right onto the tool's little built-in tongue. And just like that, bam, it's held securely. Your hands are completely free to fasten the other end. No more juggling. It's that simple. Now, a clever tool is one thing, but can it take a beating on a real job site? Absolutely. This isn't some flimsy gadget. It's engineered to last. Let's take a closer look at how it's built. So this thing is made from a really strong injection-molded plastic. And you see that honeycomb pattern? That's not just for looks. Those are reinforced ribs. It's kind of like the tool's skeleton. It gives it incredible strength and rigidity, so it won't bend or break under the weight of a longboard. This thing is built to perform day in and day out. And you know the best part? This tool wasn't designed in a lab somewhere. It was invented by a contractor, right on a job site, out of sheer necessity. It was born from the exact problem it solves, which is probably why it works so darn well. So let's talk specs real quick. It's designed for your most common tongue and groove boards, anything up to 3/4 of an inch thick. And get this, it's strong enough to support boards up to a massive 16 feet long. It's also patent pending, and, you gotta love this, it's 100% made in the USA.
So we've got a simple, durable tool invented by a contractor. But what does that actually mean for you, for your bottom line? Well, it all comes down to two things: efficiency and precision.
I mean, just look at the difference here. The old way, you need a second person. That means higher labor costs and tying up another member of your crew who could be doing something else. But with the helper, one person can work totally alone, and a lot faster. This tool really changes the economics of the job.
And hey, the numbers don't lie. This chart says it all. You can see a huge drop in both installation time and labor costs. So you're not just buying a piece of plastic, you're investing in a more efficient, more profitable workflow. Just think about the time and money you could save on your very next project. But look, don't just take my word for it, and don't just look at the charts. Let's see what people who are actually out there using this tool every day have to say.
I love this review from a user named ContractorDad67. He says, "I am completely blown away by how much easier this makes my life." You know, when a tool doesn't just do a job, but it actually makes your entire life easier, well, that's when you know you've found something special.
So, what's the bottom line here? This tool transforms a frustrating two-person chore into a smooth, precise, one-person operation. It's about working smarter, not harder, and taking back control of your time and your work.
It's such a brilliant, simple solution for one very specific problem. But it really gets you thinking, doesn't it? What other nagging frustrations on the job site are just waiting for a simple, elegant solution like this one? What's the next third hand that we all need to invent?